Hi, welcome to the very first episode of my podcast, which has no name yet, but we will
Woo!
find out what it is. We gladly take suggestions. Here with me is Nicole.
Hey,
I met
Melissa.
Nicole. Hi. I met her on our Facebook group on the community where we live, and I was surprised to discover so many things about her. She is a writer, comedian, and creator of the one-woman show The Evolution Will Not Be Televised. The show has been featured at the Lysistrata Comedy Festival in Austin, the Playground Solo Festival in San Francisco, and the Philadelphia Fringe Festival. She's known for her versatility. She's gained viral attention for her performance as London on Clio TV's Tough Love. I saw that. That was really cool.
Thanks.
She made history as the first ever Zappos live shopping host and recently wrapped season 2 of Attention's Media's Inspired Living series. Her web series earned the prestigious Be Hilarious Award from Emmy-winning Break Arts Media. As creator and producer, Nicole's impact extends beyond the stage. She's developed the Film Noir Nights LA, a celebrated screening series spotlighting Black filmmakers, and Negro Jeopardy, a live game show experience. Nicole's entertainment journey began in 2011 when she won Miss Black New Jersey and placed as first runner-up at Miss Black USA, marking the start of her trailblazing career. Nicole's roots are from Nevis.
And born and raised and educated in New Jersey.
Amazing. I am so impressed because you are so humble and you're like, yeah, and you do all this stuff. I remember when you told me about your one-woman show, The Evolution Will Not Be Televised, and I was so impressed. I tried immediately to start writing my own one-woman show, and then I realized it was a lot of work. Tell me about it.
It is a lot of work. Okay, so I'll just start from writing the show. Writing it is its own beast because I already had my theater reserved, so I had a date that I had to do the show. So I was like, oh, I have real live firm deadlines for writing.
That is always helpful.
Yeah, but as I was writing it, midway through, I was like, I don't like this. This is not the direction I want to go in. And I was like, oh, I hate this and I need to change it. And I just kind of had like a legitimate meltdown, just like crying for 2 days. And
as you should.
Oh my
that's
God,
the process,
it was awful.
part of the process.
And I was like, okay, I want to go in a completely different direction. And so I did. And so I was like, okay, that was fine. And then I eventually finished it. But honestly, it was like a working document right up until the very, very start of the debut. Honestly, I was just like, oh, I have some more tweaks. You have to literally tell yourself, like, no more writing. Yeah. You're done. You have to move into the phase of rehearsals.
And you have to memorize all of that that you've written and trust it. Because if I had when I was working on it, I would start writing something and then I'd be practicing and I'm like, oh, I'm going to change it right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, and if you have a director and they have their own feedback, so it's like you also like have to be flexible in changing shit on the fly of sorts. But it's interesting because you do write it and you do have to memorize it and you realize just because you wrote it doesn't mean it sticks the way you think it would. So writing, rehearsing, finding a team was a really big thing. Like doing a one-woman show you're on stage alone, but there's so many people behind the scenes that helped me bring this to life. My stage manager, Joanna, my producer, Jessica, my amazing director, Fariso Jordan. So it wasn't something that I did alone. Like the only time I was alone doing the process was like when I was on stage. But finding your team was really important and was also a bit of a process because, you have to trust them, respect their artistic vision and kind of like relinquish some control over this baby that you've been cooking. And then you have to perform it and market it and find PR and like all of this stuff. Interestingly enough, the woman who did the PR for my show was my neighbor as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, shout out to
That's
Miss
amazing.
Lynn.
We do live in a very particular place here in LA.
Eclectic community.
Yes, where you can find
anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything you need, you can find it there. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. It's a quintessential LA place to live.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Then you got it to be featured at different festivals and then you got to take it on the road and find your audience once again everywhere you go.
It's so interesting because I'm like traveling to Austin to do a show, traveling to San Francisco, not knowing if there's going to be people in the audience, and there were. So I was like, okay, cool.
They're showing up. It's like build the ark, and they will show up.
Will come, and they came. So.
That's amazing. Then you went viral for London on Clio TV Tough Love.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that role, because I remember a little bit. It was in a group setting,
like a group therapy, couples therapy session.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a pretty small role, but when I got the sides, I sent in my audition and I was like, I know they want her to read ghetto, but like I don't want her to be ghetto. I'm like, I put on like a corporate wardrobe, like, so it started with wardrobe with me, and then I like did the audition. They were like, all right, cool. And so I just wanted her to come from a really grounded place and just show the frustration of what it means to like deal with a toxic mother-in-law and her ain't shit son who doesn't want to like rise to the occasion of being a man. And so I just performed it in a very grounded way, and it went super viral, like on TikTok and Twitter. It had like millions of views, and it was so crazy. But yeah, I was just like, no, London is a chill girl who got taken out of her element.
Well, that's amazing. That's when we show our talent in the choices that we make, and you bring something different to the table.
Yeah.
Maybe 300 people read it the exact same way, and then you show up with a different take, and that's what makes it unique.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So you recently wrapped season 2 of Attention Media's Inspired Living series.
Yeah, that was actually last year, and it's so interesting because I mean, I lost my brother last year as well, so that I filmed that show 8 days after he passed away. So it was the incident happened, and then the next day I had my first rehearsal with the team. And so I was just distraught in my house, and my boyfriend was like, you really should tell the producers that you need a day. And I was like, no, this is show business, that it goes on. And I was like, I cannot get it together. Like, I just could not. And I text Jenny, the producer, and I said, my brother passed away, and I need a beat. And she was like, girl, take your time. And she was really cool about it. And I was able to go to New Jersey and be with my family. And then 8 days later, I was back in LA and I was filming that show. Like, very just, hey, guys. Like, it was a complete opposite of what I was actually enduring during that time. It was insane.
That is, so we pull from places that we don't know we have for the love of our work.
Yeah.
But grief can fuel different things inside of us.
Yeah. And I knew my brother would be like, go to the job, girl. So I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
That's amazing. Now I didn't know like you had won like a Big Hilarious award from Brick Arts Media.
Yeah. So I was like living in Brooklyn before I moved to LA. Highly recommend that. And I was walking down the street one day and I seen like an ad for community producers at like a community network television station. So I took some production classes and like created this show called Naked with Nicole Soul. And so at that point I had moved to LA and I was filming the show with my friend in downtown, and I submitted it to Brick, and I wasn't there at the award show. My friend sends me a video. She was like, girl, you just won the Be Hilarious award. And I was like,
God.
What the hell? Like, what? So it was just like crazy. And I wasn't there. And then they called me and I was like, yeah, you won. Can you send someone to pick up the trophy? And I was like, yeah. So I called my best friend in Brooklyn. I was like, girl, can you pick up this trophy?
They should have given you a heads up. It's like,
I would have loved to be. I didn't even realize I was nominated, but I would have loved to have been there. Like,
they're like, hey, we have a feeling that this might happen. Yeah. So be around, please.
So, but yeah, it was awesome. And I was like my first stab at writing and producing like a talk show format show, just reflecting pop culture at the moment. And it was great.
That's awesome. Which takes us to Negro Geopardy, which you've told me you're looking for a new name.
I am.
And you'll film Northern Nights LA. So tell me about those projects. I think I've seen the game show on Instagram, and I think it's so much fun.
It is a riot. Like, Black people are so competitive. Like, I just have to constantly remind people, like, we're just playing for fun. There's no money involved. We can all calm down.
Nobody's winning a house.
Nobody. Like, you don't get a car. You don't get a car. But nonetheless,
that should be a promotion. Nobody's getting a car.
One's getting anything but vibes. But I feel like community events are my offering to my community. So it's like whether it's Film Noir Nights and celebrating Black and Brown filmmakers, or hosting Negro Jeopardy and like celebrating Black culture and history and future, it's always just about like my people and our culture and celebrating like who we are and how dope we are and where we come from. And I just feel like it's my offering. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah. And you get to build your community as well and get out of the phone. We were talking about that. Get out of being doom scrolling the whole day and comparing and despairing, and you get to talk to real people.
Yeah, and don't you like the pandemic really made us all very insular? Like we're all just in our house and living in LA. I feel like there's days where I don't see people. I might not talk to another human. And so like, it's so crucial to at least have something set up in the month where you know you're gonna like go somewhere, have a good time, and like learn something new. Hopefully,
I've never been a social butterfly. I'm introverted. I like the performing arts, but I've been struggling because I've run into people and they're just a simple question, "How are you?" And I'm like, I just read a book about grief.
No, for real. It's like not hiding. Felt that.
Yeah, it's like small talk is,
cringe.
It is. Yeah.
My worst one is like, so what you been up to? And it's like, first of all, it's winter and I'm hibernating. Like truly, I'm hibernating.
I was watching a show and I cried.
Right.
Like...
Somebody was like, so what you been up to? I'm like, bar class at home. Like, I think we have to like give ourselves the seasons to just do nothing or to be inspired or to write or go inward. But with social media, it's like, put it out, put it out, put it out, put it out. And it's like, no.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the reasons why it's everything. It's one of the reasons why when social media first came out, I was like, this feels fake. I'm going to be creating these moments just for the gram, just for the picture. And that's not my real life. I've never wanted to do anything that is not genuine or authentic, where I have to present myself in a form that's not authentic. It's like
setting up that camera to do something you already just did is wild.
It is.
And like it works for some people. It just doesn't feel like real to me. So it's like that's not how I want to express online.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. There's a form of naivete. There's like an innocence to do it, and also once you know a little bit more about life, you're like, well, I don't know about that.
And like I have done it. There is a video of me in my house like doing this. But I was like, am I doing this? And it was fine. But it's not how I want to express. Like I'm a writer and a performer, so
we have other talents.
Yeah, you gotta figure out what works for you.
Yeah. Now you won Miss Black New Jersey. You were first runner-up at Miss Black USA. And I remember us having this conversation because I wanted to compete.
You're a pageant girl, too.
I'm a pageant girl, too. I was never as close as you were to anything. I was top 10. I was just top 10. And then I recently... I wanted to go back into pageants because they raised the age.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's my opportunity.
How was your experience, like, going back, like, as a grown woman?
It was terrible.
Really?
It was, I wore the dress of my dreams.
Yeah.
I saw a dress that I went, it was so beautiful. And it was almost like too much. Anyway, I didn't place. That had never happened to me. The girl in front of me and the girl behind me both went onto the top 16 and I didn't. And I was like, I look better than that.
Period. Clock it. I hear it's very difficult to compete in California.
It's
like
very different.
California has a specific look that they want the winners to have, and it's just kind of like tall, long hair, which is you. So I don't know.
I don't know. I started working out. Let's say the pageant was in the June of that year.
I remember your intense workouts, girl. I was like, damn.
I did not drop a pound.
Wow.
And that has been a journey on its own.
Yeah.
And it was very frustrating because I have been working out. I've been on the diet and eating the protein, and the needle did not move. And once I was there, because of this, what we've talking about, authenticity, and I think I walked into the room at some point. I might have been coming back from the restroom or something like that, and I walked into the room and I was like, I might have said out loud, like, what am I doing here?
Mm.
I felt so out of place. I was not the same person
Gotcha. You were when you first competed.
when I was
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was not, because at that point I had all the innocence and
Yeah.
I didn't have so many things in my brain. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sure, I'm pretty, and
Mm-hmm. And I do want world peace.
which we do need.
We do need it.
We do need world peace. If there's anything we need
we need a global strike.
Tell me about your pageants.
I mean, I was never a pageant girl. I really didn't even get into makeup until I got in the pageant. I was like never that girl. But I graduated college during like the recession. I wanted something else to do. So I was like doing whatever during that time. I was just like being very curious, allowing myself to be curious. So I like traveled to Morocco by myself. I did this pageant. It was kind of a part of a few things that I did during that time to just actualize the woman that I was becoming. So I did the pageant and I was like, oh, I kind of like it up here on stage. I kind of like doing an acting thing. And from there, I like moved to New York and was like, okay, I'm going to like try and become an actress. And so I started doing like off Broadway and stuff like that. But it was really the launch pad for my career in entertainment. And I'm still friends with some of those girls today.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to one of their weddings in May.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate to not have been a pageant girl. Like the pageant girls at my school
Mm-hmm.
would go to school in the high heels
Mm-hmm.
and or at least little high heels and somewhat made up. I was going to university in this sneakers that were like Simple, the
Mm-hmm.
brand Simple, with no socks in them
Mm-hmm.
and t-shirts, and like I wasn't really, and it was part of my becoming a person journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I gotta get a manicure
Mm-hmm.
and doing my hair, and that was really interesting about it. For as much crap that we can talk about
Mm-hmm.
pageants, it did become a part of me, a
And,
part of my
like,
self-discovery.
Right. And my mom is like really into fashion, so I've always like been really into fashion as well and like taken fashion as my vehicle to self-express. For me, the pageant, I just realized how untraditional I am compared to other girls who are just like, they were born and raised in pageantry. They are very prim and proper. And I came in swinging like I'm from Jersey. You're a virgin. What the like, I just was a different kind of girl. And so Miss Congeniality is literally one of my favorite movies. And I just loved Gracie Lou Freebush because she was from Jersey, or she was playing like she was from Jersey. And she just was untraditional compared to the rest of the pageant girls. But like, they were still her girls and they still accepted her. So that's how I felt.
That
about my
was you.
experience. Yeah.
That's adorable. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I don't know. The pageants in Puerto Rico were so wild.
Mhm.
I ended up befriending the girl who was poised to win from the
Mhm.
very beginning of my first pageant. And the other girls were vicious to her.
Mm.
Like, I'm talking about letters to the newspaper,
Wow.
vicious rumors, and like I was her
Wow.
only friend and I was guilty by association. When we were
Oh.
separated and we were rehearsing, nobody would talk to me.
Wow.
Nobody would talk because I was her friend.
Yeah.
Before the pageant happened, I had girls visit my home and kind of ask me to join them in this boycott that they were doing
This
to
girl
her.
tried to do that to me as well. She was like, let's just not do it. I was like, no, girl.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm too competitive to back out
No.
now.
I was like, I can see all the privilege this girl brought in to win.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be mean to her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that in me. Like,
Mhm.
so whatever. I'll talk to her if she talks to me and like genuinely. And if she wins, let her win. It's for her.
Mhm.
And that's it.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, it was very different. Very, very different.
Sounds a little mean girly.
It was very mean girly. It was very mean girly. So I saw you posted something about burnout a little
Mhm.
bit ago.
Mhm.
You were experiencing burnout.
I was.
What happened?
I was doing Team Too Much. With Negro Jeopardy, I kind of just manage a lot. And I was producing it every month all summer, in addition to like being a host. And so having auditions, having other shoots, having other things going on, traveling, it was just a lot. And in October, I was like, I don't think I'm going to do this in November and December. And like, I got a lot of pushback, like, you're going to lose interest. People are going to forget. And I was just like, I don't care. Like, I'm just like, I might quite literally.
You took it from 0 to how many people attending?
Like, packing it out, like 92 people were in that room in August. It was insanely beautiful, like truly. But in that, I realized that I'm like, I need to like take a pause and see where I need help and get the help before I continue doing this, because I'm gonna pass out maybe. Like, it's just not it. And so I'm like kind of on the other side now. It's been 3 months since I produced the last one, and I just feel way better, and like I have a bird's eye view of things, and I just feel like I have energy to do again.
I think it's important to take a step back from things and say, I'm just gonna find myself again in all of this,
and figure out some things. And I think that's okay, and we don't allow that to happen because there's such instant gratification now, and it's like, well, I don't have a trust fund, so that's not sustainable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the format of Negro Jeopardy?
So you come, you kick it with strangers who you don't know. You get some pizza, you get some wine. Then we kick it off. We have categories just like the regular Jeopardy, but they're all Black inspired. So Black inventors. We have like pop culture categories, pop literature categories. I'm really excited for our February edition because it's going to be like Afrofuturist. So a lot of Black inventions and like all of the ways Black people have tapped into sci-fi and surrealism. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then we play, and then we dance and kick it after. And then we go home by 11 o'clock.
Because we got to work the next day.
Yeah.
That's LA for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Safe and sound.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been
and
a lot
you've
of fun.
been promoting it just only on social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you've been.
It's just kind of like taken on its own vibe. Like, I feel like it's everyone's baby now. So, like,
and you want to change the name though?
I do.
I think it's a brilliant name, but what are you planning? Like,
I have no clue. I've been like thinking about it, praying about it, asking friends. Nothing's really happened where I'm just like, that's it. So I'm just like, I don't know. Nothing's been like, that I feel like really convicted about.
I hear you, because I don't have a name.
We don't have a name for the show either.
Yeah, I want to name it Heartbeat, the Heartbeat with Melissa, but that's so cute.
What? Why do you say cute though? Ugh. Once you get that logo, it can be like a broken heart. Like,
broken hearted with Melissa.
But
stories about broken hearted. Like, we'll end up crying. Go home.
I'm a crier. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, I can be too, but I don't know.
When was the last time you cried?
Before today, right before picking you up.
Oh, okay, cool. No pressure.
Because I was watching Queer Eye.
Oh, okay.
And they were just introducing the lady, and everybody was crying, and so I cried too. I'm like, that is so beautiful.
Cute. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I cry for those things.
I feel you.
But I don't know. I kind of want something funny. Something funny or funny. I don't know.
Oh, like for your name?
For the name.
Got you. Okay. I have no clue. I'm blanking out right now.
We could be the Call Her Mommy.
I love Cease and Desist is on the way.
Call her Mamacita. Mamacita Melissa.
So cute. I don't know. What else do you want to talk about on the show that might lend some inspo to a name?
Some sort of wisdom.
Okay.
Everyday wisdom with Mamacita Melissa.
Okay, that's long. It's nice and long. People won't forget it.
I'm the kind of person who thinks that if we wait for everything to be perfect and align and all the ducks in a row, at least every time I've thought two things. Either this is going to be fun or this is perfect. I got it. Everything goes to shit. Either way.
Gotcha.
Either way.
So, I mean, you can also get quirky and just be like, the No Name Podcast with Melissa. until you figure it out. Like, it's like everyone's figuring it out as we go along. And I think, like, we just got to tap into the beauty of the unknown.
Oh, that's amazing. That's going to be the wisdom for today's podcast.
My cousin said that to me, and I was like, what do you know? But I hit him up, like, during, like, my quarter-life crisis journey. And he was like, you really got to tap into the beauty of the unknown, Nicole. You're not going to know everything. You're just not. So stop trying. And I was just like...
That is real wisdom. The beauty
is.
of the unknown. Yeah. I mean, every time we think we've got a step, everything changes around us.
Exactly. Like,
So-
things that we can't even control, like a new app, like the algorithm.
Everything.
So.
That someone's be like, oh, you're doing too good. Let me change the algorithm.
Or let me change the immigration laws. Like, we're like, who knows?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we got to embrace it. He's got a point. He's got a good point.
Who?
Your cousin.
Oh, Travis. Yeah.
Travis.
He has some.
Shout out to
Shout out
Travis.
to Travis. But yeah, that stuck with me for sure.
Yeah. If you were going to write a book about your life, what's something that you would want the people that read the book to take away from it?
I would say nobody really knows who you are except you. So, like, asking for advice is cool, but only to a certain extent. Like, if I'm more of a non-traditional girly, asking my really conservative friend her advice about something might not even be what I need to hear, because we don't really have the same, worldviews. We just respect each other's worldviews. So it's like, really tap into what you believe inherently. And if you don't know, then, like, go inside and figure that shit out, because no one's going to know outside of you. And it might not look like everyone else's. And that's okay, too. I'm just like, the older I get, I'm just like, oh, we don't see eye to eye in something because I have a different worldview about it. And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's been one of my surprises. How the world is ready to tell you who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially women. Like, you have to get married. You have to have a kid. You have to do that by this age. If you don't, like, go on ahead out my face. Like, I'm really happy that I, like, waited to have kids and I focused on my career. I have no regrets. I'm just like, I'm an actualized person. I know what I love, what I don't love. I know who I am. And if I decide to bring a kid into the world, then that's not going to define me. I'm already defined.
Yeah. Yeah. I've waited to bring kids into the world as well. For pretty much the same reason. I was like, what do I have? Nothing.
Girl,
I haven't built anything.
Yeah.
So why am I going to bring a child into my messy life? That would be so unfair.
With the price of the child care.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be so unfair to the child.
And then that's, I think, how resentment builds. And that's also how I think, we have these insane showbiz parents who are just wanting their dreams to be fulfilled through their kids because they didn't get the chance. And no.
One thing I saw in my mom, even growing up, is how much she just wanted to be a mom. And I've always appreciated her for that she had no other, she had no other desire to an extent that was like, well, now you kind of need another desire, Mom, because I'm gonna live my life. But when I was little, it was like, I just want to get you forward and that's it. And that's very important. I recognize that I didn't have that at the times. I was like, no, I'm still figuring out myself.
Absolutely.
And the world opening up in front of us, like, yeah, no, I want to go check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, let's get on this flight.
Yeah. And like you said, the cost of childcare, it's insane. People pay me good money to take care of their children.
And my mom had a daycare in her house growing up. So, like, that's how we initially
And that's
first
how we connected. Yes.
So it's like, I know what it's like to raise kids and be with them all day.
All day. I remember you wrote to me your qualifications. I'm like, oh my God, you would be perfect. Do you want to work for me?
Girl,
please, with me.
My mom had a daycare in my house since I was like 9 or 10. So I'm just like, kids have always been around.
Tell me more about that. Like, you would just go to school and
I would
come
go to
back.
school, come back, and then they would be like having lunchtime by that time. It would be like 2 o'clock, and they'd be watching Barney. I would do my homework, and then my brother would come home. He'd like probably help me or something, and then their parents would come and pick them up. And then like my mom was the babysitter for like other kids, like non-family members, and like some of the family members. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it
When
was
they
a
say
thing.
it takes a village.
It does. And so like also I from the East Coast. So my village is on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can I also figure out how I'm gonna like be bi-coastal or like have a parent here for a few months out of the year? Like things have got to be ironed out.
They have. They have. Our parents did not. My mom did not think about that. My grandma lived
everyone
on the
lived
street.
around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't go too far from the nest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not like that. I mean, I live in LA. She's in Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Those are all the things that we have to think about. I grew up around a lot of children too. So when the idea of having a side hustle, you know,
Mhm.
to continue to pursue this wonderfully creative life,
Mhm.
because I don't have a trust fund either.
Mhm. You don't say.
You don't say. Well, how can you tell? Yeah, so I was like, oh, I've been around children because it's the way we grow up where we're from. And we
Mhm.
grow up around all the people.
11 cousins.
Yeah, 16
Mm-hmm.
in my case. Yeah. Yeah, so that's just how it is. And it's like, oh, easy peasy, but it's not easy peasy.
Mm-mm.
Not in today's world.
Not today. No, they don't. And then, like, you know, the maternity leave isn't long enough for the girls or the fathers. So it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, please give birth, but also
Go back to work 3 months later.
And let me not give you anything that you need to.
Right.
And also not give you a living wage.
Right.
But half the kid.
Right. Exactly.
It's insane.
And so in that case, it's like, okay, do you just want my kids to start working at 12 or 13 and at the Walmart factory?
I think that's the plan.
It is the plan because like now kids, I think in like Mississippi or somewhere, they're allowed to work overnight at like 13 or 14. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. So like, no.
It's insane. I feel like we need to talk about these things. Like they're so present. Listen, my undergrad, I did humanities music major because I thought at that moment, talking about naivete and innocence, that art was not political. I have friends in political science majors, and I was like, that sounds like you'd be talking about issues the whole day. That's not the life that I want. I'm just going to go do music and art. And I mean, if it's not us, who's going to talk about it?
Simone said it best, like your art should reflect the times. Like when we're long gone, we should have art that said exactly what's going on right now.
Yes.
Or as a opposition to it. And it's like something that's creating joy in community, which I think is just as important.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about like the various forms of activism? Like not everyone can protest. Not everyone can be down there on the front line. So like, what are the other ways that you see that people can use this time to like protest the regime?
That sounds so scary.
It is what it is.
The way you phrased it, it kind of made me want to say, don't protest the regime. No, but I'm
mean,
kidding.
only because like what's happening
scary.
with protesters now.
I feel like social media, donating, but to me, being creative is my form of protest. That's one of the things that when you have a regime, like they'll try to stop people from speaking up, and the more you create, like that's all we can do.
And share what's going on in different mediums, whether it's music or stand-up or play or whatever the case may be. But I think it's going to be a fight, and I think that's just the reality of it. It's just going to be a fight, and it's going to be a fight for the next 3 years.
Yeah,
for the democracy.
It feels like civil war. Like
it is a civil war. It's unfortunate.
It's insane. It's very
Blessings
scary.
to Minneapolis. You guys are doing what needs to be done.
What needs to be done.
And everyone fighting back against ICE. It's really fucked up and it's gross.
I'm heartbroken about that. It's a very different place than the place I thought it was going to be.
It's a grieving process. It's really
Yeah.
not a dream that, most immigrants are fed. My dad's also an immigrant to this country, and he's like, it's been fine to me. And it's like, well, it hasn't been to other people. And if like we're all operating as one humanity, then you have to,
Yeah.
what hurts your neighbor hurts you as well.
It hurts all of us.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. It's times that I never thought we would live.
I say that as well. I remember when Obama was elected and how electrifying it was on my college campus that night, and how we were just full of so much hope. And it was a beautiful time. And now it's a mess. And so I guess like if me in college would have never saw this coming. Like I thought it was just going to become more and more progressive. I thought we would become more progressive as a country, and it's the complete opposite.
Yep. I had never paid attention to politics until the Obamas, mainly because of Michelle Obama. And I'm reading her books. I listen to all the podcasts wherever she's
What
at talking.
What attracted you to her?
Just how well-spoken she was, and just how grounded, but in a way that every time she speaks, it's like facts.
She's brilliant.
She's brilliant. And then I found out she has all this
credentials,
and I'm like, wow.
Like she's not just Obama's wife in any
in
capacity.
any shape or form.
Like...
And she's an excellent mom, and she is in shape, and she eats healthy. Yeah.
I'm done.
And on top of it, her dresses were always amazing, and I'm like, oh my god,
she's that girl.
Keeps getting better and better. Yeah,
she's that girl.
Yeah. Also, I was going through a moment in my life in 2016. First of all, they inspired me to go back to school to get my master's, and then I was going through a time in my life that her phrase, "When they go low, we go high," became my life support. Every time I would go through, I'd be like, when they go low, we go high. And like it just kept me hopeful. It kept me looking forward at someone. Yeah.
Good. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
She was pretty awesome.
I've been toying with the idea of going to grad school, and it is interesting.
Why? Why yes, why not?
Okay, so one, I want grad
for?
School to be affordable. That's like number one. And it's like not that much here. So that's one. Two, I'm not sure what I want to go for. I feel very drawn to like anthropology and like the study of Black arts and Black migration and stuff like that. Like I just feel very energized by that. I went to Allensworth, California. It's like the first Black funded town in California. And I was just like, I could go to every Black funded town in America and document this. Like that seems like a great vibe for me. So I'm thinking about that. But I don't know. But I'm just like, I want to be in a space of academia and learning and study. And
learning is a big passion of mine.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, was literally last night just like jotting down some notes that I had in my mind about what that would look like.
You could combine that with filmmaking. Documentary making.
Exactly. So I have some thoughts. I have some programs in mind. They're not in America.
Do it. Escape.
And I know that you went to London to go to do some acting.
To RADA, yes.
Yeah, how was that? Where'd you stay?
We stayed at Airbnb we found for a week, and it was 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day of acting. We got a play and we studied it from beginning to end. We did the table work, and then we started finding it, putting it on our feet. It was I had like a very personal breakthrough in terms of the technique and in terms of the work. It was so good.
Good.
So,
I
so
see that.
good.
I was like, oh.
It was just a week. I would go, and it's just kind of one of those things like, why didn't
Yeah.
I go
For
before?
3 months. Oh,
Yeah.
like, yeah, because I'm like, I wanted to go to grad school for acting in my 20s. And then I like moved to Brooklyn. I just like took a different path. But I'm just like, I know that I want to like experience life abroad at least for a year. Like,
Nicole, I think this has been great. It's
this
the
was
first
lovely.
podcast.
Woo,
Whoop, whoop,
congrats.
whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you. Thank you for accepting the invitation.
Thank you for having me. This was really good.
Thank you so much for watching my first episode with Nicole. And see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yay!
Yay. Okay, cool.